I'm so excited to share my favorite quick and easy pizza recipe. One of my first time savers is that I use store-bought dough. This particular dough is from Trader Joe's and it's one of my favorites. I had set it out on the countertop for a little while just to acclimate to room temperature. Then I set out a piece of foil and I put some flour on top. You can also work directly on top of your countertop or work surface. I'm just trying to keep it a little neat. So I plop the dough on top. It's really easy to work with because I had let it become room temperature. Then I go ahead and flour my hands, and I'm basically going to start to kind of stretch out the dough. I make sure that the dough is not too sticky, so I add a little bit of flour if I feel like it's too sticky. I kind of gently just let it stretch with gravity first before preparing to move it over to my pizza pan. So I first move the dough aside and then lay out 2 other large pieces of aluminum foil so I can put the pizza pan on top. Then I'm going to take a brush and some olive oil and I go ahead and drizzle some on. Actually, I don't do it. My little special helper wants to help. My kids love to help whenever I'm making pizza, so that's what you see them do. So the piece of foil that I put underneath is just to kind of capture any of the oil that falls to the bottom. This same piece of foil is what I'm going to set on the bottom rack of the stove while the pizza's cooking, just to catch any drippings. Oh, and then my other little helper is helping here as well. So once I go ahead and make sure that all of the pan is nicely oiled, I'm going to prepare to put the pizza on top. It's good to basically oil the pan first so that the pizza doesn't really stick. So I make sure that there's not too much flour on the bottom of the pizza dough, and then I kind of just use my hands to stretch it out. So you can see, obviously, I'm not any kind of professional pizza maker. I'm not doing any fancy flipping or anything, but that's what's nice. It's very easy to do, and the dough is very forgiving, so you can kind of just stretch it out to fit the borders of the pan. So once I took the time to really make sure that it's all nicely made to fit the circle, is when I know that I'll be able to start making the pizza. So I use this jar marinara sauce from Trader Joe's as the base of the pizza. This is the first step in assembling the pizza. So today I'm doing a half and half pizza, so I actually put the marinara sauce just on half of the pizza. I don't really like the taste of pizza sauce, so that's why I never use that specifically. I always prefer marinara sauce. So next, on the other side of the pizza, I use store-bought pesto sauce, also from Trader Joe's, and I go ahead and spread it all along the sides. You can see that I made sure to leave a little border, which is what's going to form the crust. I'm liberal when I'm putting the sauce on both sides, but you can kind of tailor it to whatever your preference is. Next is going to be some mozzarella cheese. And so I sprinkle the mozzarella cheese on the side that has the marinara sauce. You can do as much as you like. In the end, I sprinkle about 1 1/4 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese on the side with the marinara sauce. For the pesto side of the pizza, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some shredded parmesan cheese on that side. It pairs really well with the pesto. I'm liberal with this cheese too. I think I used probably about 3/4 of a cup of shredded parmesan cheese on that side. The last thing I use are pepperoni. That's my preferred pizza topping, but you can use whatever pizza toppings you like. I'm very generous with the pepperoni. One step I actually forgot is that when you're done with all your toppings, you should take a little bit of olive oil and use the brush to drizzle it around the border that forms the crust. This is going to help it to get a nice golden brown color in the oven. Of course, I forgot. So I had set my pizza in the preheated oven to bake, and then of course I remembered I didn't do the olive oil, and so I went ahead and did it quickly while it was just briefly put into the oven. This is not truly necessary, but I think it's important because it gives the crust this really nice golden color. So that's why I always usually do it. Again, I do it right after I'm done with all my toppings before I put it into the oven. So in just a short time, when I check on the pizza again, it's done baking and it's a nice golden color and all the cheese is nicely melted. I allow it to cool and then, of course, cut it and serve. This is my favorite way to make pizza at home. It's super easy and very flavorful. I hope you love the half and half. You'll be able to find the link for the full recipe details in the description.